Good day, lords and ladies, and welcome back to me, Cornish-knight, as we dive into our new Let's Play series. We are going to be picking up Shadowrun Dragonfall Director's Cut. For those of you who have been following my channel for some time, you know that I covered the original Shadowrun Returns quite a while ago in this game. And I meant to continue with Dragonfall, but we never got around to it, so I thought I'd dive back in. Dragonfall, I believe, is supposed to be the best out of the three games. You have Shadowrun Returns, Dragonfall, and Hong Kong. And from what I remember and have looked up in the last couple of days, Dragonfall is considered to be the most highly regarded of the three games. For those of you who never have played any games set in the Shadowrun universe, Shadowrun is actually a pen and paper role-playing game. The best way to describe it for those of you, without going into massive detail, is for those of you who are familiar with Cyberpunk 2077 that has just come out. Imagine the Cyberpunk sort of futuristic tech setting combined with basically magic straight out of Dungeons and Dragons. It's basically if Dungeons and Dragons took place in a modern sci-fi setting. So you have cybernetics, as you can see in the image here. You have magic, you have summoning, you've got goblins and orcs. Though they are considered to be their separate races. It's the lore is quite complicated for the Shadowrun universe. Best way to describe it is that in 2012, I believe, or around that date, you had an event known as the Awakening, where magic basically returns to the world, and it causes a whole load of instability and hijinks and stuff happens, and you get a very much sort of cyberpunk sort of future where there are big corporations, lots of espionage and criminal organizations, but there's all stuff like cults and dragons controlling corporations and all a host of other things. And I do like this game quite a lot. So we've got to dive into it. Now, this game works very differently from a lot of other role-playing games that you might have played. So we're going to take our time and get into it. We're going to play a new game. We've got to do the director's cut. This is a piece of basically a mod that I tried to get to work to get different faces. I couldn't get it to work, so we've got to play the vanilla. We're going to play on normal. You can change the difficulty. Normal difficulty provides a balanced combat experience and suitable for most new players. We can recommend hard difficulty for turn-based combat veterans looking for more tactical challenge. We could go hard. I think I'm just going to go normal right now. Partly because I want to enjoy the content. And in most games like this, from what I can tell, the difficulty in this game only affects two things. Which is it affects the hit, because it's a hit percentage system, so it affects the hit chance for the enemy, so they have an easier chance to hit you, and you have a harder chance to hit them. That's all it really changes. It doesn't change health, it doesn't change a bunch of other stuff, it really just changes the hit percentage. So I'm going to keep it as normal. That was a bit weird. Okay. I didn't know if you could see the screen tear. If you can, I do apologise for that. Right, so first of all, let's choose our gender. In the last game, in Shadowrun Returns, we played a male gun-toting mage, basically. So a bit like Harry Dresden from the Dresden Files. I think I also go over female character this time. We have our races, and here are the five base races in Shadowrun game. We have humans. Humans were the only race on Earth until the Awakening in 2012. Now they find themselves the definition of average or even normal. They are still the most populous race in the world and thus control many of the most powerful, more or important positions in society. And you can see we get down here the stats. I'll go into stats a bit later. We have the elves. Many people, especially other metahuman races, the other races that aren't humans are considered to be metahumans, since they have sort of evolved out of humans due to magic during the Awakening. I do not remember exactly what year the Shadowrunner universe currently is at. I'd have to look it up, but I know it's something like it's supposed to be in the mid 21st century, sometime around there. Many people, especially other metahuman races, see elves as the most fortunate metahumans. They are most attractive, socially acceptable than other metahumans. Elves are taller than humans, but have more slender build. Their hair is usually thicker, longer and more luxurious than average, and the ears come to points. And then you have like dwarves. Your sort of like dwarves or your sorters, the sorters of the metahuman races to compensate. Their torsos and shoulders are wider than their size would indicate, thus their strength is equal to and sometimes greater than the larger races. A side effect of their metahuman nature is increased resistance to pathogens and magic attacks from within. Then you've got orcs. Orcs are the fastest breeding race and now are known as second only to humans in world population. Their size leads to an intimidating silhouette and a body that can take more physical damage than the average. Orcs have pointy ears and intimidating teeth or tusks. And then you have trolls. Trolls are the largest metahuman race. Heavy prejudice against them has led people to assume trolls have low intelligence, but in reality they are no proof of this. Trolls have pointy ears, intimidating teeth or tusks, and many have horns like growths that other metahumans do not manifest. Now, each of these races have different boons and banes, basically. For example, we may have, a +1 charisma at the start for an elf, but the way that the leveling up system in this game works means that it costs you more to get the next level up. I will go into that a bit later. So early on, you get a slight boost from having these +1 stats, which allows you to get stats in other places. But there are downsides. For now, I think I'm going to play as a human, just because they have the most average start. And, well, we could play as something else, for example. I mean, we could play as an elf. The build I have sort of planned, I sort of did some research and had a look around. So the build I sort of had planned would probably do quite well. Actually, would it? Having high charisma is always useful. Charisma is useful because it allows you to have extra dialogue. So we could go with an elf. Let's just. I think we should go with I'm going to stick with my plan of going with human. The extra experience at the beginning of the game is quite useful. Allows us to be a bit more daring with our choices. And so let's go with. We'll play human. You have your different classes. You've got Street Samurai, you've got Mage, Decker, which is basically a hacking expert, Shamans, which summons stuff, Drone, basically think about controlling drones, and then you've got like Physical Adepts, or you can even make your own if you really wish to. This is a bit more experience-based. I am going to go with... I had a bit of a read around, and I like the look of Deckers, which are basically sort of hackers, because hacking works very differently in this game than it does, say, in, say, for example, Mass Effect or Deus Ex. Hacking has a lot more interesting elements to it. Deckers use a cyber deck to jack into the Matrix, the worldwide information grid and computer network. By projecting their minds into the electronic world, Deckers can find secrets others keep hidden away. They use programs and expert systems to fight off the protection that megacorporations place in their way. And as you see, if we select it, it has key attributes intelligence, key skill is decking, key specialization expert systems. And we can choose a portrait. I tried to get some other portraits because a lot of these portraits didn't do a lot for me, but we had limitations. It's also, if you want to, you could unlock and fiddle with stuff. As we're playing a human, we don't have access to stuff like beards unless we're playing a male character. Stuff like horns we don't have access to. I was hoping that we could change our clothing, but this is your starting clothing. So let's sort of go through. That looks quite cool. Let's see. She looks quite cool. Like the hairstyle. That's quite cool. See if you can hear it sort of pulls it back in. So we can sort of pick a style for our character, or you can just go black, like not say bland, and just have something like this. But I think what we'll do is we will pick someone that's suited to the role of a sort of hacker / professional criminal, like professional hacker, because in this game you play a Shadowrunner, which is basically a mercenary, working for either or like a private, highly hired mercenary, and that's what Shadowrunners are. They are specialists used to carry out jobs for corporations or private individuals. So let's pick. Let's see. That looks quite good. But I think I'm going to stick with my plan. I'm going to pick her. Because I like that kind of art style and the tattoos. So let's go with her. And spending your karma. Karma represents the experience characters earn while running the shadows and achieving goals. Karma is used to improve attributes and skills. An attribute or skill rating can be increased by spending karma equal to the next increment of the rating. Thus, improving your body from 4 to 5 requires you to spend 5 karma points. So basically, an easy way to explain this is that if I wanted to get, say, the next level in, say, range combat, which cost me 1 experience point, but if I wanted to take it up to the 3rd level, it would cost me 5, because first I'd have to buy the 2nd level, and to get it to the 3rd, so it increases in cost. So the more points you put into it, the more cost it will go up, and you don't get a lot of karma points in this game, so trying to spread your karma points over a wider area tends to mean you're going to have a character that isn't fantastic. Also, certain races are capped at the level of which they can advance. For example, a human can only get to level 9 in some skills, where, for example, an orc can get to a troll can get to level 15. So some races are better tuned to certain jobs. So I'm starting with Decker, requiring for decking, which is basically hacking. So we have a couple of levels in decking, basic equipment, increased marking target, which increases your chance to hit enemies by 10% when using it, which is useful, and we can use better equipment. ESP control increases the power of your decking expert systems programs to the matrix, and you will see here that your overlying stat, for example, strength, the level of your strength affects what level you can advance to in the skills associated with it. So, for example, I got an intelligence 5, which means my levels in intelligence like biotechnology, decking, ESP control, drone combat will only get up to 5 as long as I have intelligence at limited to 5. So what I'm intending to do is I'm intending to play a decker character which uses hacking but also uses drones in combat. So she's not going to be a frontline combat character, she is just going to use drones. So I'm going to invest 6 of my 11 points into getting some levels in drones. I will also put some points into increasing my drone combat, so my drones are a bit more useful. I would like to pick up another level of charisma. Charisma increases chance to hit with conjuration spells, which sort of affects like conjuring, but it also allows us to unlock etiquettes, which allow for different dialogues. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back up to body. Body determines resistance to physical damage, increasing chances to take reduced damage from attacks. For every point of body hit points is increased by 10. What I am going to do is I'm going to reduce it down to 3, which I know is a bit risky, but we get 4 points back from there. And I could increase my intelligence, but what I want to do is I want to buy another point in charisma, so we get a bit more options to unlock further dialogue options down the tree here. New etiquette, if we want to, which is really important for a varied experience I have found while playing the first game. And what I'm also going to do, we have 3 karma points left, so I'm going to put 1 to dodge to helps reduce the chance of being hit, which is very nice. I'm going to put 1 into biotech, because I want to try and aim to get visible enemy HP, so we know what happens. I'm going to save the last point, because you can save your karma points, you don't have to spend them all at the same time. And it is useful with the plans that I have in mind. I could also take a point in range combat if I wanted to, but I don't really intend to have her using a gun. I've got drones. My plan for her is for her to basically stay in cover, use the drones, and sort of stuff like that. Plus, I don't want to spread my points out across too many things. So that should be good for now. If push comes to shove, I can just like throw weapons like grenades and stuff at them if I have to. But for now, we're just going to stick with this particular build and see how it goes. So we can confirm. We have unspent karma points. You saw you want to finish a character creation and start the game. Yes, we do. you can spend your command points later any time to access the character screen, which is something I like about the system. Right. Choose an etiquette. Etiquette is knowing how to behave in various social situations. The right etiquette can give you an edge in certain conversations. Choosing an etiquette from the list below. So basically, this affects the dialogue options in the game, and the game is very role-playing heavy. So we could go corporate, security, gang, socialite, Shadowrunner, street, or academic. I'm going to pick up Shadowrunner because I think it fits with my idea for the character, which is that she comes from this, like, she's a professional Shadowrunner. She's not like an amateur or just like some mercenary or ganger trying to basically make a buck. She's a professional, so we've got to give her the etiquette of that. And maybe down the line I'll pick up something like security or corporate, so we allow ourselves to talk our way through corporate or security situations, which would be nice. So we could confirm that. Many runners have street names, handles, or work names. Names like Halfjack or Lady Z. Others stick with their given name. I think we'll go with a code name for her. So we'll go with Black Knight, Monty Python reference. And I like in folklore, the Black Knight was a character I always really liked. I always like in fantasy, that sort of like dark paladins or evil paladins kind of thing, and it thinks. And I like chess, and Black Knight is a chess piece. So let's go with that. Okay. Harefield Manor Run. So this basically runs and missions in Shadowrunner lingo. Life was good, easy jobs, regular pay, reliable crew, but things went south and you had to drop off the grid. Put a bullet in the past and start fresh from somewhere new. The promise of opportunity and anonymity draws you to the free city of Berlin. The flux state, a grand experiment in social order. Corporations tread carefully here. Even the Great Dragon Feuerschwinge only has so much sway in constantly evolving power structure of Berlin. The perfect place for a savvy Shadowrunner to disappear and begin anew. And as luck would have it, home to your old partner in crime, Monica Skiff. It's your third run with Monica and her team. An old castle hold fast, 1 hour east of Berlin, perched on a hill overlooking the countryside. The job is a standard smash and grab. Crack the vault, grab the data, get out in one piece. A mediocre play day, but work is work. As the team gathers for Monica's pre-run briefing, you pause, take in your surroundings. So it's 2054. So if we think about it, the collapse happened in 2012, so it's been 52 years since the collapse. The estate grounds are silent, save for the faint whistle of the wind. For those of you interested, there is a lot of dialogue in this game, like a lot of role-playing, so we're going to do a lot of dialogue. Her team gathers near the side of the entrance to the old castle holdfast, cloaked in darkness. The night is peaceful. You know it won't last. You know it for what it is, a pleasant illusion that will shatter at the sound of the first gunshot. Monica. Listen up, folks. Monica Skiff you ran for back in the day, now she's your team leader. Your decking skills may be sharp, but hers are Nova hot. Running with Monica is like taking a masterclass in IC breaking. We're on a timetable. I want to enter the estate, find the basement, open the data vault, extract the files, and bolt. 10 minutes top to bottom. Dietrich's trying to get home in time for worm talk, love. Dietrich's a Seaman, the old man of the team. He smiles at her, his face tattoos writhing in the moonlight. Monica's eyes twinkle with mischief. Maybe. How many times do I have to told you can't trust anything that comes out of a dragon's mouth? That triad trash will rot your brain. She grins. It's educational. Besides, it should be a milk run. Security is supposed to be light, fully automatic weapons, no armor. A few automatic weapons, no armor. With a little luck, we'll never know we were here. Just like the old times, sir. In my experience, there's no such thing as a milk run. I'll watch your back it all the same. Works for me. Let's get paid. Well, we're trying to be a professional. In my experience, there's no such thing as a milk run. Word of wisdom from our new edition. I agree with Black Knight. Glory, razor-clawed street samurai. Her voice is cold and natural, her experience placid. They may only be a private security, but their bullets don't know that. I can patch you up if I have to, but I'd rather not have to. You people need to relax. We're professionals, remember? Monica raises her arm and speaks into her wrist-mounted comlink. A darkened face simmers onto the view screen. Iger. Iger? Iger, are you in position? The comlink crackles and the response comes back, low and soft, softer than you expect from a troll. Affirmative. Alarm lines have been cut and I have clear line of fire on the estate's service entrances. When you're building, the path will be clear. Excellent, thank you, Iger. Just doing my job. Iger out. The comlink goes dark. Monica winks at you as she drops her arm. See, we're professionals. All right, people, enough chatter. Our client wants the data from the vote, so we get in the data from the vote. Quick, quiet, quiet, and quick. You said quick twice. She grins. Worm talk is on tonight. Glory rises an eyebrow, silently. I told you, it's educational. Right, let's go and pick up our items. So let's grab a weapon. So we have a whole host of stuff. We can get throwing knives, machetes, shotguns, rifles, SMGs. One thing I will tell you in this game is that if you have not invested points into your particular weapon choices, you're not going to be particularly good with them. I will grab a pistol for defense, since he's a professional hacker. I don't see her as someone that would be running around with stuff like, say, shotguns or assault rifles. And we'll grab the rest of our kit. You grab the running gear from the worn duffel bag near the weaponry. If we want to, we can open up our, basically think of our portable data pad. We have our missions here. We have no missing items. We have our character information, so we've got 1,250 credits. We have our known etiquettes, team members, action pool. You have action points, armor, hit points, essence, and all this kind of stuff. Essence is to do with allowing you to sort of gather magical power. I'll go into it a bit later. And then basically what we have points put into here. We have karma points to spend. You can spend karma at any time. The way this game works is that you don't level up. You don't have levels per se. You have karma. When you get enough karma to upgrade a level, upgrade a skill or stat, you can at any point in time. So it's a lot more tactical than, say, Dragon Age or Knights of the Old Republic, where your character would go up in level and you'd click the level up button. We have our equipment. We have a Flissette Security 500, pistol, a cheap common pistol, mass produced to keep the cost minimal, and we have our Sony CTV 360. Nice to see that even in 50 years' time, Sony is still going. The first deck made for Shadowrunning, simple, street ready, and very nearly indestructible. You see here, so like your basically, it's your computer that you use. We have a cybernetic implant for data jacking, which allows us to log into their networks and do various bits and pieces, and we can upgrade all of that as well. So what I will do, we can't save the game yet. So there we go. We leave the van. Everything is equipped. I will throw down a new save. Let's see, it's... There we go, we are saved, and off we go. And this is the world of Shadowrun. Now, I will say, Shadowrun, this game is a bit old, so if you're expecting like top-of-the-line graphics, it is just how it is. You play it for the story, and for the roleplay, and the immersion. So, off we go, into the world of Shadowrun. Our job is to infiltrate the compound and get the data. Nothing around here. Can't talk to anyone, so let's get into the building. Okay, new objective. Keep the team alive, get to the lowest levels, and we've completed enter the building. So, is there anything here we can interact with? No, there is not. So we start stepping into a very fancy-looking lobby. A private museum. The owner of the estate must have money to burn. A complete skeleton of a theropod dinosaur appears genuine. A very remarkable, well-preserved Slavic artifact. Now remember that some of these things may be magical in nature just because magic is a thing now. This vase in the case looks both very old and very valuable. A little scroll work of lapis and gold leaf decorates its exterior, and the interior simmers with the organic beauty of the abalone cell. Your fixer could probably move this thing in a heartbeat. You couldn't help but notice that the glass case looks awfully flimsy. No, we're here for a job. We could try and steal it, but it's not professional, and she is supposed to be a professional Shadowrunner, so Black Knight will ignore it. Also, just because we can't see there's any enchantments doesn't mean there's not magic floating around. So, the cask in this display case is decorated with inlaid panels of ivory scrimsaw. Interesting. Okay. So our objective is... yeah. Keep the team alive. Get to the lower floor. Okay. So, you also, if you have any questions, you can press this button, which will bring up your information. Like, all the things you need to do. Like, you need to know, like, how decking works, how rigging works, all that kind of stuff. It's in this question. You have a glossary of terms as well, for in-game terms. It's all explained here, like action pool, all this kind of stuff. So if you have any questions down the line that you're interested in, like when you're playing this game and you don't know where it is, it's in here. Rightio. And you can also just like camera controls and all that kind of stuff. So let's get out of that. And we are in. Now, we are told to be going this way. That door's locked, but this door is open. Let's just see what's in here for a second. Enemies. Turn-based combat. You are now in turn-based combat mode. Each character of the turn has an action pool, spend actions on movement, attacks, or using spells or items. Additional tutorial information is available from the reference guide. So you can see we all have 2 actions. It's just us. Okay. So it would take us an action to get into part cover. There's not a lot of cover in this room. So what I am going to do is I will flank him to get past with cover. Yeah, let's take a shot. We missed. There's no cover here, so let's... we could do an aim shot. It will take us 1 action and it will last 3 turns. Single target, the bullet increase accuracy by 15%. So, yeah, we could do burst fire, which will, let's see. Burst attack in 1 action, increases chance of hit uses 5 bullets, and you do have ammunition in this game, you do need to reload. So, let's do that. Just trying to remember how to do it. Come on. Oh, there we go. So, it's been a while since I've played this. So, we hit him. Cover mitigated some of the damage. So she has her claws. If we wanted to, we could rush. Let's push up with her. She's also our medic. We could do an aim shot, which takes 3 turns to come down. We do 7 damage to him. Excellent. Throwing knife. Shot him. Because he was flanked, he took a bit of damage. We've got to step out. As you can see, we're not particularly good at this. We missed on a 52, but her job is not to be the hardened sniper. But anyway, we shot him. Let's end. More people are turning up. Great to know. Let's see what's in the terminal. Security alert response, Quebec 6, matrix operation locked. You can override the matrix and open the doors. Go for it. Matrix operation unlocked. So there's a person coming, so you can't shoot. We can't hit anybody within that range, so let's just get everybody set up. No one's in range to hit anybody yet, so they can't do anything, which is making combat a little bit dodgy. He's wounded, so he's taking a bit of damage. So let's get him out of combat. Yeah, we'll heal wounds on himself. Remember, when you do this, the game will basically only heal the damage that you take on that turn. So if you take 2 points damage, it will heal the last one. I will reload to use my action. I'm trying to get Overwatch. Take an area. It's been a while since I've played this game, so you have to... Oh, she hasn't got the ability unlocked yet. Okay, so let us reload. Yep. Reload, let them get up. Trying to shoot me with a shotgun from range isn't going to work, mate. He's been marked, so I missed that. That's unfortunate. I can't hit from this range. Okay, so let's go aim shot on her. Get her in. She's flanked. We shot her in the side with our assault rifle. And flanked her again. Took her out. So the bullet sort of blows a hole through her. We can't hit this guy. So let's push up. We missed. Unfortunate. Get into full cover. Now, we can't push this guy easily. Can I hit him with a spell from here? No. Move and attack I could. Couple of turns until his magic comes back online. We could get an idle up, which is an AoE. Power of the Dragon Slayer age all friendly units within 3 tile range, increasing incoming damage reduced by 3 last 3 rounds. So only she would get it. So let's get him back into cover. Ouch. Okay. No line of sight on the target. Let's push up. Target's been marked, so he's now easier to hit. Let's try for rapid fire on him. We missed both times, that's unfortunate. Let's try for a single shot. Yeah, it's not great. We can't get any clear line of sight. We are stuck in a relatively nasty situation. 2 actions to do that. Let's get her aim up. And she can't do anything this turn, so let's end her turn. They're going to flank, shoot me with a shotgun. That's unpleasant. Well, we're going to mark him. And then we are going to run away. You can't see her from here? Really? He can. No, he can't. Okay. Got to heal wounds on her. get her accuracy up. You're going to step out from cover and shoot him because he's flanked. You're going to run around behind him and put a bullet for the back of his head. Right. Combat is over. Took a bit of damage, but as you see, we don't get experience for killing people in this game. So you get experience by completing missions. So yes. Okay. One person here. They've been marked, so they're easier to hit. Let's start moving towards cover. Critical, and we flanked them, so we took a nice chunk of damage. We're going to have to push aggressively. So let's get into cover with this table. I will throw this down on us here, please. I didn't realise there was someone up there. Or someone there. Man, there's a lot of them. I took a bit of damage. That's unfortunate. So let's mark him to make sure he can hit. Shoot him in the chest. Right. That person's dead. These guys are in partial cover, full cover, partial cover. Okay. What's that? We've got a flashbang. They've got medium cover, which will invalidate the effect, unfortunately. So, that's the elevator down. The doors unlock something there. We need to get into better cover, really. I don't want to push because they may try to flank around us. Let's go this way. Right, so we're going to do a heal on you to remove the damage you've taken this turn. And you can get into cover here. They're pushing up with an SMG. Okay. I see you, Sonny Jim. Mark him. So we should have an easier time hitting him. We could spray. Now. Cover is going to be a pain for that. And it's going to eat into his AoE. So what we could do? We could do haste, increase friendly target's AP by one round. Yeah, let's go with that. 5 damage. I will drop the totem here. Right. Not going to be likely to hit anybody at this range. But you can get him a nice solid shot, and then a single shot as well. Just keep banging away at this troll. As you can see, it's a heavy armoured troll. So we could try rapid fire. There we go. Troll goes down. And his head taken straight off. And we're going to push up. She missed, and she's now out in the open. Spell user in the open. So, that's gonna hurt. Killed her outright. This guy's not breaking though, which is worrying me. So I'm going to reload my pistol for one action, which takes up all of my remaining actions. I am going to move to here. 54 is still not great, but I'll take the shot. Managed to hit him with a fairly juicy headshot. I'm going to flank around here and try and drive him out of cover. Missed. It was a risky maneuver to do at the best of times. So, we're going to push up here. And we flanked him and he's dead. Right, everyone's dead. The objective's there. But we did open a doorway down here, which I'm interested in seeing. Can we save? Yeah, go to save. Just in case we have a bug or an error. And look at this, we have a lot of lovely technology. Let's jack in. Okay, so here we go. This is the equipment we can jack in with. This is what we have equipped. Equip programs. Yep. Let's go. And we are hacking into the program. This is how the hacking game works, which is that we have so many turns to complete the objective before the system alerts other people that we're here. So, and as you can see, they know we're here. So, let's try and do a bit of damage to them. They missed. We took a little bit of damage. Okay, we haven't got a lot of attack, so let's just keep... Where's our end goal? Okay. And there's that. Yeah, we got flanked, unfortunately. So. Let's hit that one again. And then let's get back into cover. Yeah, this is harder than I expected. I forgot it was this difficult. Come on, can't I just like plug into this? Apparently not. Okay. Like I said, I haven't played this game in a long time, and the hacking system is relatively intense. So you will have to forgive me if I'm a bit rusty with how all this works. Yeah, I might have... We killed off one of them. Well, apparently not. Man, this is frustrating. Just hope I don't get killed. And that's really tanky. Okay. This may be... I may have to just start over. Like I said, I haven't played this game in so long, I don't know how stuff works. Okay. So, like I said, I haven't played this game in a long time. And I am very, very rusty. So, I think I'll just give myself one tiny do-over with how the hacking works. And from here on out, we will be a bit more careful with how we approach things. Right, so let's give this another shot, shall we? Okay. Wait, so can we send more than one person in? No, just us. Okay. Oh no, we can send her in to get the Jack in, if we wish. And I suspect she probably has more gizmos than we do. Yes, you can see she's a much higher level character. So if we wanted to, we could send her in and she would probably wipe the floor with all the enemies. Which could be quite... I'll tell you what a high level hacker can do. That would be quite cool. So let's plug her in. Like I said, you don't get experience. You don't get experience for what you don't get experience for completing missions. So you don't get experience for killing enemies. You get experience for completing missions. So she's done, and this creature has a turn. She's basically summoned a hostile program, your basic attack matrix, to do her bidding. So that thing has attacked, and it's now going to go and get into cover. And in her turn, she can go, let's see, an area effect matrix attack. She can do a heal. Let's see, erodes integrity points of IC does... Let's try and kill this off. There we go. So that hits. I'm not happy with that, so let's heal our little battle bot. That's an AoE attack, which I don't want. So there's also no, like, you can just do a basic attack like this, which just increase damage. Like that, as you can see. As I said, it's been a while since I've played this game. Right. And here's the boss monster again. So we hit it with an AoE attack, which gave it a chunk of damage. You're going to float out into the open, my little attack program, and you're just going to do a solid hit. You have alarm state, which is that, like, the deeper you go into the system, the more data, the more alert the system becomes, and the more systems will turn up to defend it. Missing item added, pay data, acquired delivery schematic. And now we've got the data. Yeah. Then we leave, which is, I believe, we go back to where we came. And as you can see, grabbed your gear from the van, entered the building, payday auctioneer delivery schedule, a valuable shipment of antiques will be arriving soon on the settled docks. Useful information for someone who could take advantage of it. So we got that additional information by doing this. We could jack in, but there's nothing else I don't believe we can get from the system. No, we've already got the information for the system, so we don't need to do that. And there's nothing else in this particular area we can interact with. We could open the door to there if we wish to. But I think this is a good place to leave it for the first episode. Yes, I am a bit rusty with this game. It's very different to a lot of other RPG games that I normally play, so you have to forgive me. I just wanted to show off how the combat works in a bit more detail. I've been Cornish-knight. This has been Shadowrun Dragon's Fall Director's Cut, and I shall see you. We're going to be having this on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, it's going to be in around 6 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time, PM. And on Wednesdays, it's going to be in the morning. And I shall see you all again next time. Goodbye, folks.